Hi, my name's Andy, and I was recently lucky enough to finish work and retire at 56 years old. So after working more than 40 years, I wasn't sure how I was going to handle retirement, so I thought I'd document the first 12 months of retirement. So welcome to month 8 of my retirement. So for those of you that have been following me since month 1, you'll be fully aware that each time I do these videos, I try to bring you out to a different location. So this time, I've brought us out to a lovely place called Shugborough Hall. A friend of mine works here, you might have heard me mention him before, Dazzy B. And I thought I'd pop along to his place of work and see what a fantastic place he is that he works at. If I just sort of do this and look at what I'm walking towards, look at that. Anyway, Shugborough Hall, near a town called Great Hayward in Staffordshire. So Shugborough Hall goes back as far as 1700s, when a guy called Thomas Anson, who had been travelling the world, decided to come back and make this his magical place to live, or his place of paradise. And then over the years, different ownerships come through the family or through others who bought it and developed it into what it is now. These beautiful gardens. If you're about in Staffordshire, pop on down. It's a lovely place to visit. Now owned by the National Trust, you can basically come in and walk around the gardens, around the grounds, or inside the house. So, month 8 update time. Let's start with time, because that is just flying. Every time I do these videos, I tell you how fast the time is going. And it is. It is going way too fast. You know, all the plans I have that are happening. You know, I've got my YouTube channels now. I've got this one that you're looking at now, Andy Whitehouse Lifestyle. I've also got the koi channel, because I've still got my koi pond lifestyle. But I'm also getting lots of stuff done. Just stuff, just... you know, there's been a number of people who are not retired that have said to me, but Andy, what does stuff look like? I'll show you what it looks like. This is stuff. And this is stuff. Stuff! Still doing stuff. It's stuff! And I do lots of this stuff. This takes up a lot of stuff. This is taking a break from stuff. So there you go, that's stuff. You'll get it one day as soon as you retire. If you're not retired yet, that's what it is, that's the stuff. So how did my plans go for month 8? Pretty good. We did the trip in the cottage that I told you about in the last video. That was really good. 3 nights away in a place called Grisbeck, or Grisbeck. I don't know how you say it. But anyway, we went up there, up the northwest of England. Took us about 3 hours to get there, maybe a little bit less. Oh, squirrel. Squidger. Took us about 3.5 hours to get there from where we live. Lovely place. I'll link the video in the description below, or I'll put it somewhere. Or if you just go on my channel, you'll be able to see one of the recent videos. Was our 3-night stay walking in the northwest of England. I've been getting used to do my own car maintenance as well. I used to love it when I was younger. You know, you spend your weekends down at the local scrapyard getting some new wheels and tyres for your car, or nicking fuses. But don't tell everybody. Me? I never did that. So yeah, I spent some time servicing the van, which was ace. So I can now service, because we're having a company car, you know, a company car for so many years, and you just want to work on it yourself. You can do this, can do that. And because it's a company car on lease, you can't touch it. So, such is life. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that bit, my own car maintenance. It said play poo sticks on this, over this bridge, but the water's not moving. That could be for hours. So what about finances? Okay, finances, to be honest, I've gone a bit stale on what I'm doing with finances at the moment, and I've kind of procrastinated a little bit because of we still haven't seen the budget. This is sort of beginning of November, end of October now, beginning of November in 2025, and I'm still unsure about what's going on with the government and what they're going to be doing with their budget. So I've kind of procrastinated really, because one of my investments came to an end a couple of months ago, and I procrastinated with it because I don't know what to do with it until I know what the government's going to do and how they're going to start taking taxes off us, because tax is going to go up. So I'm kind of just wondering what to do next, and take some financial advice to see what I do next and how I best invest what I have to be able to live off for the rest of my life. So the budgeting side is, I'm getting quite good, to be honest, now at budgeting forward and forecasting what I'm going to need, things like the car insurance and house insurance, you know, the monthly outgoings. Okay, I've made some cutbacks on some luxuries that I used to have. I don't have the expensive coffees when I go out for a drink nowadays. You know, silly little things like that really, that all add up through the month. So money still comes out of one account, lands in the joint, and that helps to pay for all the stuff that we need throughout the month. So my plan not to go into the pension yet and use savings, then investments, then pension is working okay. So far so good, going to plan. So just staying with finance just for another few seconds. Is it me? Comment below if you think it's me or just me. Is that people seem to be holding off with stuff, spending, and you know, sort of getting on with everything until the budget is done. Because that's how it kind of feels. You know, I've got some friends of mine that own businesses, and they say that the takings are right down, you know, income's right down what you had from last year. So I'm just wondering if that's the case. What do you think? Comment below. Dog training. Dog training is going really well at the moment. You know, thoroughly enjoying. I've got my own class now that I take on a Tuesday night, mainly puppies. People that are bringing dogs in that won't sit, won't stand, bark at other dogs, a bit reactive. And what dog isn't, you know. Let's go this way. And in fact, I had the chance to do a little bit of work with a high energy dog, puppy. I think it's either a Belgian or a Danish herder. I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was a Malinois at first, but I've been told it's not, it's a herder, which is similar to the Malinois, similar jobs. They use them a lot on security, protection dogs, police dogs, in the army, stuff like that. So really high drive, high energy dogs. And his owner had just been out and had an operation, so she was sort of struggling to get out and walk him, and said, look, you know, is there any chance of you doing a few sessions with him, and you know, just use a bit of his energy up and do a bit of training with him and so on. So yeah, I did, really enjoyed it. A couple of clips that I'm showing you now are just me and him, just doing some stuff. Just spent sort of 40 minutes, an hour every time I went up, and did some heel work, some sit work. I was trying to sort of expel some of his energy by using the toy to make the energy high and then bring him down to a stop, so that we could kind of get him to understand that all this energy you've got, if you want to use it, that's fine, but when I want you to stop, then I want you to stop. Now, Shugborough Hall itself isn't far away from the canal where I used to work. In fact, I had a little sneaky peek while I was on my way in here, and I had a wander along the canal just to see what was going on, because I've not worked on there now for just over 8 months now, so I thought I'd have a sneaky peek of where I used to work. So future plans, got Christmas coming up soon, budgeted for that. Not sure what we're doing for New Year's Eve, budgeted for that as well. Mind you, as everybody's aware, when you do a New Year's Eve, it's like a very expensive normal night out anyway, so we probably won't be doing anything this new year, but we'll see. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like, subscribe, share, and also there's a hype button you can press now where you click that and it helps the smaller channels get on a little bit better, and share the videos all the way around the world. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next month.